all those threes.
Threes, timeouts, anything else we got? What else we got?
Hey, Joe, I know you guys the players are wearing Raise the Age t-shirts before tonight's game. Why is that important to the organization, and why do you guys want to get that out there?
Yeah, I think it's important in general, not just the organization, but for humanity. But I know the Celtics have done a great job building awareness to that and working on a bill trying to change that. And my wife worked, she was in criminal justice and she was a probation officer, and we saw just sometimes how the system can put people back and how it can hold people back and put them in even tougher situations than where they're at. And so this bill is important to a lot of people because of what it can offer. And so just grateful to be a part of an organization that's doing that. And the campaign starts tonight, and hopefully people can learn more about it.
Joe, no Al tonight. What's the challenge inside without him out there? And I think he rested the back half of back-to-backs last year. What went into choosing this game?
The challenge, as far as being inside is tonight. It's more about the space that Brooklyn plays with. They play 5 out. They will go to a bigger lineup when Sharp is in the game, and so we have to work to win those minutes. He had 11 points and give us some problems on the offensive glass. But the majority of the game they play 5 out. They have guys that can space the floor, and we have to do a great job of in our individual defense guarding the basketball. And even though they're small, they really do crash. So we have to have our guards and wings rebounding.
And for him, is it kind of a workload thing? Just kind of the management of him throughout the year.
No, he had a sore knee after the Philly game, and it's gotten better today. So hopefully he'll be ready tomorrow.
I know Neemias traveled with the team. Do you have a sense of a timeline on him?
I think he's getting closer. He did some on-court work yesterday, and I think it's in the next couple of days or so we do another test to see kind of where he's at. But he's been on the court now.
Back for another. First in-season tournament game for you guys. Kristaps said this morning the guys have not spoken about it. Do you even mention it? Its importance? You only get 4 of these. Each one kind of matters to try to advance. Just what is the discussion, if any, around what it means?
There hasn't been a discussion on the in-season tournament in general. To me, it's 1 of 82, and there is obviously something that we're trying to create here in the NBA, which I think is important. And I do like the structure of in-season tournaments in soccer internationally, and so I get where we're trying to get to, and I think it can be a good thing. But the way it's set up right now, it's still 1 of 82 games, and regardless of if this was an in-season tournament, we're playing to win the game, and that's kind of the process that we're going with it. So we appreciate it, but we just got to win regardless, and we'll do the process to what it takes to win, and that's what we're doing.
So how long will it take to kind of flesh out the bench and who plays what role? And because you can't play everybody, but it seems like you're trying to give guys looks.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I don't know. It just depends, right? I mean, you want to try to give everybody a fair shot. I do think it's important you try to develop, 9, 10, 11 when there's 3 games, 4 nights, you have back-to-backs or you have injuries. And so we're trying to get guys, 4 or 5 minutes here and there, especially in the first half. I think O'Shea's done a great job. And I think, Peyton and Sam are obviously what they are. Luke has played a lot better these last 3 or 4 games, his stretch. And, Delano has shown great stuff in practice. And so we're really trying to find opportunities for him to play. Same thing with Lamar. And then Svi is another guy. And so I think we have really good NBA guys that have been around sometimes that have played games. I think it's just a matter of what are the matchups, what's our sub pattern, who can play with who. And I'm willing to continue to try it because of the work that they do every day. And so I don't want to say 20 games, we could still be doing it in February. I think it just kind of depends on how our team's playing, who's available, and what the matchups are. But because of how they play, I really trust them.
Do you need more bench scoring?
It's funny, we have need, I don't know, but what I'd rather have is our role guys being confident and understanding that they have to impact the game, whether it's by making threes, scoring in transition, getting to the free throw line, offensive rebounding, and playing defense. And so, I don't know if we need it, but what we need more is the guys that are on the bench sort of coming into play. They got to know that we need them to play well for us to win, and that might look different in different games.
You talked about your own lineups, but the Nets have had so many injuries that their lineup is in a constant state of flux, it seems like. Are you of the mind that, hey, listen, we can't really assess what kind of lineups are they're going to have, or do you just say, listen, it's Ben, they run fast, without Ben, they're slower, and KYP, and just operate it that way?
Just as simple as possible. Like, all 5 guys are a threat. All of them could shoot. All of them can attack closeouts. They're going to try to space you, and they're going to test our individual defense and test our transition defense the entire night. And so we try to keep it as simple as possible, knowing that they have a bunch of guys that are really good, can get a basket at any point in time, and how we guard them is the most important thing.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.